Hey Jonathan, welcome to the MasterCard Cup. Just want to give you an opportunity here to view your swing at regular speed. We'll let that play on through. We'll put you back in your dress position, and we'll go ahead and take a look at a few things for you. So while we got you back here in your setup, posture looks pretty solid right here. Spine's relatively straight on a nice tilt. Legs come down into a nicely unlocked position. Arms hang down nice and naturally off the tilted spine. The club works out to the ball. So like I said, pretty good posture here in association with good balance. Next thing we want to observe is the alignment. Alignment looks terrific as well. We can see your feet running in this direction here. Carry that out towards the fairway. Theoretically, club face is supposed to run parallel to your feet. Parallel lines on camera will have an appearance to converge. And under that philosophy, we can see that you're set up pretty much right down the center of the fairway. So that's great. Let's go ahead and do a little split screen comparison between you and Jordan Spieth. Now I've got some color-coded lines up on the screen. Actually, I wanted to bring you up on the right side, so let's get you back on both screens, and we'll bring Jordan up on the left. Like I said, there's some color-coded lines on the screen just to use as a visual reference as it pertains to swing plane. We can see with Jordan, he initiates his takeaway by creating good shoulder rotation, bringing his arms and hands back as well as his club. You want to see the club traveling back along the red line on plane. Also in the early stages of the golf swing, we want to incorporate some good wrist hinge into play where we're going to transition the club from currently being below and in front of our hands to getting this club head above and behind our hands. Very important move in the transition of the takeaway here. From here, we're going to work the golf club from red up towards the blue-yellow V zone. When we finally set the club at the top of the backswing, we either want to have the left arm and the golf club situated on the yellow line, anywhere in between the blue-yellow V zone, or physically up on blue, as we can see with Jordan Spieth. We also want to create full shoulder rotation. We want to do this about a very stable right leg, all the while maintaining our posture and our axis position of our spine that we set at address. Let's go ahead and watch you initiate your takeaway here. We can see that you draw the golf club back very nicely with your hands, turning your shoulders. Club's coming back on a pretty decent swing plane there, just ever so slightly inside, not a big deal. As long as we get some good wrist hinge into play here, taking that club head above and behind our hands, that'll be good. So a little bit laid off, no big deal. Club starts to recover a little bit better right there. Let's work this right up to the top, see where you set things. When we finally get to the top of your backswing, looks really good. Good shoulder rotation, nice stable right side, maintaining your posture pretty decent. Arms are in pretty good position with the golf club, so backswing looks pretty solid. As we create our transition back into the ball, simply want to move our weight from our right foot to our left, fire our knees and our hips to the target laterally, unwind the core and fire the hands. And doing so, we got to make sure we're bringing that golf club from wherever we set it in that blue-yellow V zone back down onto red, as we see with Jordan Spieth here. Other thing we want to observe at this stage of the golf swing is the relationship between the lead forearm and the golf club. I refer to this as the backwards check mark. It simply means the club head right now is remaining above and behind the hands, coming into the hitting zone, and this is what's going to allow us to create a lot of power in our golf swing. Aside from the fact that he's also going to hit the ball straight due to the fact that the club has returned back to plane, as I already pointed out, which is a main criteria in producing straight golf shots. So let's watch you create your transition back into the ball. Excellent dropping of your hands and arms. That's superb. Bringing the golf club from that blue-yellow V zone right back down towards red. Looks great. We take a look at the relationship between your lead forearm and your golf club. You have your backwards check mark, and the club is returning fairly close back to plane. As we can see with Jordan Spieth, the golf club again has returned back to plane, and we simply want to watch this club track into the golf ball directly from the red line, which is ultimately going to again produce a straight golf shot in accordance to our alignment, assuming that the club face squares up via having a good grip. Go ahead and track your club head coming into the ball. We can see that it returns back to plane here, so that's a great job. So if we go ahead and connect the dots, we can see that your club is traveling into the golf ball from a very good swing plane and returning back to this red line. So again, the only criteria that needs to happen now is the club face has to square up, and as long as that club face squares up, you'll hit a reasonably straight golf shot in accordance to where you're aimed. We can see here the club face is squaring up, coming through the golf shot. Want to see the right heel come up off the ground, up on the toe of the right foot to carry us through to a finish, and you do just that. So it's a really nice move through to the finishing position. Looks really, really good. Overall, golf swing is pretty solid here. You know, you got some really nice athleticism. Your hands work real well. They come back. They fire through. You've got good coil. You coil back. You uncoil through. You've got good footwork, allowing you to get through to a good finish. Your setup looks great. You got great posture and good balance. Your alignment's terrific, which is one of the main criteria in order to produce straight golf shots, as long as the golf club is coming down from an on-plane position, which we saw it returning to red. And then the last criteria is just getting that club face to square up in order to produce a fairly straight shot. So it looks really, really nice. Nice job. Anyways, hope you had a fabulous day, and hope you enjoyed getting an opportunity to see your swing on video. Take care.